Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a brilliant chess battle packed with tactics, strategy, and surprises. Let's dive right in. Wesley opens with d4, the classic spear thrust into the center, announcing control and calm dominance from move 1. Sambuev mirrors with d5, a solid response, standing toe-to-toe with Wesley's ambitions in a true Queen's Gambit spirit. The white pawn slides to c4, pressure begins. Wesley invites imbalance, daring black to accept or resist the challenge. Sambuev plays chinks, declining the gambit, building a fortress in the Yaroslav fashion. Calm before chaos. Wesley develops nf3. The knight leaps into action, eyeing e5 and tightening control of the heart of the board. Sambuev answers with e6, closing the pawn chain, saying, "Come get me if you can." Wesley dictate pace, and Chernobyl message pen, habitat pian. Misten. Wesley calmly plays e3, a quiet move. But deadly preparation, the light-squared bishop is about to awaken. Black develops b6, a classical placement, pointing straight at Wesley's kingside, dreaming of future attacks. Wesley strikes with 5. Wait. What? Pawn. Nay. Sambuev shows aggression early, shaking the symmetry and testing the nerves. Wesley castles kingside, safety first. But behind that calm face, So's preparing to counterpunch like a sniper. Sambuev develops nf6. Both knights are now in play. The center is a powder keg ready to ignite. Wesley pushes b3, expanding quietly on the queen side, keeping options for ba3 or c4 pressure alive. Sambuev tucks the queen to e7, connecting rooks and hinting at kingside tension. Dark clouds gather. Wesley plays f4, zeitzing space on the flank, preparing to bite into black structure with surgical precision. Black castles. Sambuev's king finally finds safety. But both sides know safety is an illusion. Wesley pushes a5. A pawn storm begins. He's fixing weaknesses and staking territory with authority. Sambuev develops nbd7, solid and flexible, keeping tension alive. But his queenside is feeling cramped. Wesley places ba3, a killer move, cutting through the dark squared defenses and locking eyes with the enemy king. Sambuev plays n4. The knight jumps boldly into the fray, looking for trades and central control. Wesley captures bs6, removing the key defender with surgical precision, opening lines and softening the dark squares. Sambuev recaptures qs6. The queen steps up, keeping material balance but now slightly exposed. Wesley's queen slides to c2, double vision. He's preparing pressure on f5 and eyeing the king's side like a hunter. Sambuev brings rf6. The rook swings over. Maybe he wants to attack, maybe to defend, or maybe both. Wesley answers with nc3, development complete. And every piece now hums in harmony. Sambuev moves a6, a wild rook lift. He's loading the cannons for a kingside assault. Wesley pushes g3, cold. Clean, Pelwinyamuse, in Moishis went Pena. Calculated? He blunts the g-file and says, "You're not storming my castle today." Sambuev answers, "Jifiv." Oh. But he insists. The pawn storm begins. Chaos is coming. Wesley calmly plays bix4, slicing the center open, refusing to bow to intimidation. Sambuev captures xc4. The pawn structure twists. He gains space but opens new wounds. Wesley sacrifices xc5. Kaboom! The knight dives in like a bomb, detonating Sambuev's defenses. Sambuev calmly plays q7, refusing panic. But that calm may be deceptive. Trouble is brewing. Wesley thrusts foul. The pawns explode forward, breaking open lines for his heavy artillery. Sambuev develops nf6. The knight returns home. But too late. Wesley's initiative burns hot. Wesley slides Don. Sneaky. He's rerouting for f2 g4. A hidden repositioning with deadly intent. Sambuev plays bd7, connecting the army again. But he's now on the back foot. Wesley's knight reroutes to f2. Patient precision. Every move tightens the noose. Sambuev pushes s6, a side jab, trying to distract Wesley from his brewing kingside onslaught. Wesley plays kone, stepping aside from danger, clearing lines for the rooks. Smart and subtle. Sambuev mirrors with kite. Both kings sidestep, sensing that storms are forming on opposite wings. Wesley brings Rogon. The rook eyes the open g-file. A predator, searching for prey. Sambuev matches with r8. The battlefield is fully drawn. Both armies face each other like gladiators. Wesley lifts r5. He doubles rooks, turning pressure into potential destruction. Sambuev pushes h6. The pawn cover shuffles nervously. The tension is unbearable. Wesley's queen slides to c3, switching to the queen side, plotting multiple angles like a grandmaster of chaos. Sambuev answers with kashivan, moving his king into the storm. A dangerous gamble for safety. Wesley brings the rook over Reagan. The heavy artillery lines up. The kill zone is ready. Sambuev strikes back with e5, counterattack. He opens the center, trying to distract Wesley's forces. Wesley pushes dx5, cold execution. He captures without hesitation, ripping open the file. Sambuev answers in g4, a tactical leap. The knight threatens f2 and h2, roaring back to life. Wesley plays r4, instant defense. His coordination is flawless under fire. Sambuev captures nc5, trading blood for space. But the board trembles with imbalance. Wesley strikes fc5, cleaning house. The center collapses into pure chaos. Sambuev swings. rxht, free, finally a breakthrough. He rips a pawn and opens a wound near Wesley's king. Wesley responds cx5, but he doesn't blink. Counterplay comes immediately through the center. Sambuev answers cx-5, restoring symmetry. Yet, still, under immense fire. Wesley recaptures nx-h3, a knight returns with vengeance, eliminating the invading rook. Sambuev plays bx-h3, the bishop avenges the rook, slicing through Wesley's kingside shield. Or Wesley's queen races to d4. Counterattack begins. He's connecting the rooks and aiming straight at the black king. Sambuev brings a fight, reinforcing defenses, knowing one wrong step could mean doom. Wesley plays r4. The rook joins the charge. Eyes blazing toward 7. Penguomus eyes, pengus. Sambuev responds res e4, trading blows in the heart of the storm. Wesley recaptures ges hour. Pawns turn into claws, opening lines and breathing fire. Sambuev continues bxgg2, the bishop hunts relentlessly, picking off pawns for compensation. Wesley recaptures kxgg2, the king steps up fearlessly, joining the melee like a warrior. Sambuev lashes out qd7 neni, a check that screams desperation and hope at once. Wesley calmly plays kf2, dodging the shot, keeping his formation firm. Sambuev repeats qj4, he won't stop. Sambuev's queen keeps biting, but the prey refuses to fall. Wesley steps to q by 6, counterpunch time. The queen now eyes b7 and the a6 pawn. Sambuev tries qh4 to check again. His queen dances on fumes, looking for perpetual salvation. No. Wesley blocks with kf on. The king steps forward, calm under the rain of checks. Sambuev grabs qest material falls, but the clock of fate ticks for black. Wesley So plays kf3, advancing his king boldly into the battlefield, turning the monarch into a frontline warrior, fearless amid chaos and ready to support his pieces. Bator Sambuev responds qxb3, capturing the pawn and giving check, desperately attempting counterplay. But the queen enters a battlefield already dominated by white's forces. Wesley So moves kj4. The white king marches forward with purpose, dodging threats and coordinating with rooks and queen, every step tightening the noose. Bator Sambuev pushes f5, a last-ditch check with a pawn, screaming defiance. But black's defenses are collapsing. Wesley So sidesteps kh4, calmly evading the check. The king maneuvers like a master general guiding troops through enemy lines. Bator Sambuev retreats kagite, trying to hide the king. But the board's geometry leaves him cornered and vulnerable. Wesley So advances e7. The pawn surges forward, unstoppable, electrifying the board, threatening instant promotion. Bator Sambuev plays kg7, moving the king in a futile attempt to escape. Every avenue is blocked by white's superior coordination. Wesley So pushes e6, supporting his pawn storm and securing key squares, tightening the chokehold on black's position. And he was cigarettes awaited her, Kibinwaye, a. Bator Sambuev fires qf2 f2 n2, giving check to slow white down. But his queen is stretched thin and under constant threat. Wesley So blocks with QC2 and 2, interposing the queen perfectly, maintaining promotion threats while neutralizing the check. Bator Sambuev moves Kg7, repeating king moves mechanically, hoping to prolong survival against the relentless pressure. Wesley So advances A7, the pawn nears promotion, heightening tension. Every move a nail in black's coffin. Bator Sambuev pushes, countering with a pawn race. A faint hope. But white's forces dominate all relevant squares. Wesley So plays QB7, checking the king, forcing it further into the corner, asserting full control over the board. Bator Sambuev retreats Kg7, moving under pressure. His king trapped. Options vanishing. Wesley So moves Kf5, cutting escape routes, coordinating with the passed pawn, and tightening the net. Bator Sambuev plays Kgate, cornered, trying to evade. But white's coordination is overwhelming. Wesley So advances ADQQ, promoting the pawn to a queen, instantly transforming material advantage into decisive force. Bator Sambuev fires QS7-18, a last check. A desperate hope. But the queen alone cannot change the course. Wesley So blocks K-fight, calmly intercepting the check. King safe. Queen active. Absolute control established. Bator Sambuev plays QF2F2N, a fleeting attempt to disturb white's dominance, but doomed to fail. Wesley So moves Kg5, advancing the king with confidence, strengthening coordination with his powerful queen. Bator Sambuev pushes H4, trying to create counterplay. But black's pawns are scattered and powerless. Wesley So plays QH5, the queen joins the hunt, cutting off escape squares, tightening the final grip. Bator Sambuev moves Kf7, forced. The king is cornered. Options exhausted. Wesley So advances QH5, relentless, precise. The black king is hemmed in on all sides. Bator Sambuev slides Kite, still moving, but only prolonging the inevitable. Wesley So plays QE5, checks continue. Every move forcing the king closer to doom. Bator Sambuev moves K-fight, trapped. Mechanical. Powerless. Wesley So advances QF5E, surgical pressure. The black king cannot escape the tightening cage. Bator Sambuev slides Kgate, a mechanical retreat, delaying the end by mere moments. Wesley So plays QE5, absolute control. Queen dominates all squares around the black king. Bator Sambuev retreats K-fight, forced moves. Hope extinguished. Wesley So advances QH-I-5, relentless. The final net closes tighter. Bator Sambuev slides Kgate, cornered. Out of options. Wesley So plays QC5, unstoppable. The black king is trapped in a web of checks. Bator Sambuev moves K-fight, mechanical. Powerless to change outcome. Wesley So advances QH5A, Each check slices through black's defenses. Total domination. Bator Sambuev slides Gate. Last mechanical retreat. Fate sealed. Wesley So plays QG5, tightening the cage around black's trapped king. Bator Sambuev moves K5. Repetition. No hope remains. Wesley So advances QH5e. Surgical pressure. No escape for the black king. Bator Sambuev slides Gate. Cornered. Position collapsing. Wesley So plays QG5. Queen dominates all flight squares. The king has no sanctuary. Bator Sambuev moves K5, trapped. Moving mechanically. Wesley So advances QH5, relentless. The king is completely hemmed in. Bator Sambuev slides Gate. Futile, Milwostazechnation, Dante. Every move preordained. Wesley So plays QG5. Absolute domination. Every line covered. Bator Sambuev moves K5. Hopeless. The net is complete. Wesley So advances QH5, cutting off any final hopes. Bator Sambuev slides Gate. Trapped. Torn. Final retreat. Wesley So plays QE5, tightening the noose completely. Bator Sambuev moves K5, powerless. Forced repetition. Kenwoinen, Pensolid case de Kenwoinsin, Egenistic Flexterome. Wesley So advances QH5, relentless. Precise. Doom inevitable. Nein, inevitable. Bator Sambuev slides Gate, trapped. Every square dominated. Wesley So plays QE5, tightening cage further. King cornered. Muubin set canyon. It canyo injurobistadasio, impactable, anshaya, incend. Bator Sambuev moves K5, forced. Mechanical. Wesley So advances QH5, no escape remains. Bator Sambuev slides Gate, the dance is over. Trapped fully. Wesley So plays QG5, total domination. Queen and king coordinated perfectly. Bator Sambuev moves K5, repetition, Munovistoria pure. Futile, pendiential, chemopel, selwilden, unel suretial. Wesley So advances QH5, surgical. No escape for black king. Bator Sambuev slides Gate, trapped. Mechanical. Totoisimas. Wesley So plays QG5, final tightening of the cage. Bator Sambuev moves K5, cornered. Powerless. Wesley So advances QH5 ish out, unstoppable. King trapped. Bator Sambuev slides Gate, mechanical. Hopeless. Wesley So pushes a7. The pawn surges forward, each when it fell nearway to 7. Ready to promote and end the game. The game. Bator Sambuev has no legal response. The black king and queen are powerless. Wesley So promotes AETQ. New queen appears. Material advantage, overwhelming. Bator Sambuev slides K8, trapped. All hope extinguished. Wesley So coordinates queen in pieces. Perfect domination. Victory inevitable. Bator Sambuev, tries kibone, futile. Cannot change the result. Wesley So maneuvers cafive. All lines covered. Black has no escape. Bator Sambuev moves to fight, cornered. East. Final moves, only repeat fate. Wesley So plays Q8 absolute control. Closing the final gaps around the black king. Bator Sambuev resigns 1-0, Wesley So triumphs. Precise calculation. Fearless king. Unstoppable pawns. Total domination achieved. That's it for today's video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so you won't miss the next one. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next video.